guys, Midget here, bringing you another Walking Dead video review. Today we are reviewing the season premiere for Season 4, Episode 1, 30 Days Without an Accident. So, it's going to contain spoilers, so if you haven't, seen the episode, don't watch the video, but that's your chance over now. So anyway, this episode starts off, pretty cool, I like the, little civilization that's going on, reminds me of Woodbury, the farm shops, they've got a pig called Violet, the whole prison, they've got a pig called Violet, horse called, I don't even know, sorry, crops, they've got a blooming amazing system going on. And, the pig's food, so Rick, doesn't want Carl naming pigs, however he names her Violet, and loads of people call her Violet now, they don't call her just a pig, Since, I just want to point it out that since he gave her a name, it's become really, people call it that, people make more of a big deal out of it than if it was just a pig, but, Michonne returns from her seek for the governor. She has no sign of finding him. I don't know where she looked. She said she'll look again soon, and she said she's going to Macon, which, that kind of might link in with the story on the video game, Lee Clementine. It'll be cool to implement that, Michonne, Lee, Clementine. Maybe Clementine's dead. Lee's dead, I'm sorry. But I don't know, because let's say that's been 3 to 4 years, yes, this zombie infection going on. And Lee died, I don't know, maybe, he didn't last a year, so I don't think that would link in, because you found Clementine when she was 8, so it could potentially be a year, but they moved to Savannah within a year because she was 9, wasn't she? So yeah, so I don't think that's going to link in, but it would be cool if they implemented it. However, the other group, from the main group, some of the characters from the main group, Daryl, Sasha, Tyrese, and a new guy, Bob, he wanted to, help, and the group wasn't certain of it, but eventually they let him, obviously. I'd let him in, just more people to help, and the group heads off to, raid a store. Stop One or something, I can't remember its name, but I seen it in the trailer. I did a trailer review, but only Americans can watch it, because I actually put the trailer on, so, unlucky guys. But anyway, the group heads off to raid a store, and, what happens is, what's his name, Bob, I don't know what he's trying to do, steal some alcohol, wine maybe, I don't know, but I don't know if he's got a problem, I don't know, I swear. He tried taking some wine, putting it in his thingy, in his jacket, but he put it back, and there's zombies on the roof because, an army helicopter crashed there, and all you see is loads of walkers, and the ground, there's water dripping down from the roof. I didn't know what that was about, I don't know. And then when he puts it back, the whole shelf comes down, traps his leg. Everyone tries to help him, but then you just see the walkers coming down from the sky, the ceiling. It was really an amazing scene. And what's his name? Daryl comes up to help him, and I potentially think that scene was the most intense scene in the whole episode, I like how Daryl helped him, 4 of 5 walkers, but, the group, fight off everyone. I think Bob was kind of silly in that situation, I don't know what was up with him, but I can't blame him, if he's an alcoholic or something, I seriously can't blame him. After Daryl pulls a walker, he got his foot trapped, didn't he, Bob? And he got a walker and tore the side of his head off. A bit was sticking out of his head and skull, and he ripped that off, so all you can see was the brain. And Daryl, grabbed the walker by its legs, pulled it back, stomped on his head, and helped Bob get out of the situation. And Zach was there too. If you don't know who Zach is, 'cause I swear, sorry I didn't implement that. Zach is Beth's boyfriend, and he's kind of a loser. I wouldn't say he's the right guy for Beth, because Beth is pretty, she's cool, smart, and she's getting quite a bit more screen time now, because you never used to see her that much unless it was in the prison. Now she's in from the season premiere, so maybe she's got a full-time job at the prison, but I don't know. And anyway, Zach goes to help Bob, and a walker, you know, bites him in the Achilles. If you don't know what Achilles is, it's the back of your foot. And you know, he bites him there, and I was kind of cheering the walker on. I felt bad for it, but I didn't like him. You know, I don't like Zach. And you know, after Zach dies, everyone leaves because, you know, the helicopter's coming through, and Daryl tells Beth about Zach's death, and she's just like, she didn't really give one, in my opinion. She walked off. It's like, okay, I don't cry anymore. And then she took there was like a board, and it said 30 days without an accident, and then she took it and replaced it with a 0. So that's probably where the, you know, I don't know, 30 days without a kill, maybe death, maybe, you know, serious injury, I don't know, or an accident even, you know, I don't know, but she put it back to 0, and Carol was meant to, like, do story time with children, but instead she got knives out once everyone went, because Patrick, he was the only, like, other grown-up here. I'll tell you more about Patrick later, and I swear I will, because I've got my notes here, and Patrick said that, you know, he feels ill, so he went, and as soon as he went, Carol said, okay, let's talk about knives. And Carl was there, and she's not meant to talk about knives with children. Carl snuck up on him, and he ran away. You know, I don't know if he told Rick, because I presume he didn't, because nothing happened. But you know, Patrick later on. Now this is the point where I need to tell you something that happened before, because I forgot to mention it. Rick meets a woman called Clara. I don't know her name, and she, first of all, when Rick hid behind the like tree, and she walked up like a walkout. It's like, what are you doing, woman? And she then said, I thought she was like a hybrid walker, because she looked really walker-like, and then she was talking, I was like, is this the new threat? Have, like, people developed a walker hybrid? But she went, I'll lead you back to my camp, it's only me and my my husband Eddie. And she led him to the camp, and Rick, you know, finds out. My heart stopped. I was like, oops, is he going to get attacked? Is Rick going to die, you know? Because anything could happen in The Walking Dead. But she goes, she's completely lost her mind. Eddie's just under a blanket, because I seen him when Rick leaves her. He's under a blanket, and he's just moving about. And then she tries to, he sees that, and then she tries to, like, kill him, because, you know, she wants to live and she wants food, but she falls over. Rick puts a gun at her head, and she gets the knife she tried to kill Rick with and stabs herself because she wanted to be with Eddie. And, you know, Rick leaves her. That's basically it for Rick. And back at the prison, it's like night time, and you know how Patrick was sick. The first thing Patrick said was thanks for the deer to Daryl, and wanted like a handshake, like Daryl's a celebrity. Don't get me wrong, he is, but like, you know, why would he want to shake his hand? And he was like, I don't know what he had on his feet, probably blood, and he went to the toilet and had a I don't know, shower, and I don't know if it's, you know, a clue or something, but there was water. He just zoomed in on the water, and he fell and died, and he had blood on his eyes, like, I don't know, is it parasite, swine flu, disease, water infection, radiation? I'll talk about that more in a minute, but all you see at the end is like his eyes open and the proper walker-like. So I think episode 2 is called Infected, so that might be where we see that, you know, how everyone's in playing about, and then the walkers like attack, don't they? And that might be because, remember, what's his name? Dr. Jenner, he said in the first episode it may take from 7 to 14 hours, I presume, for the, you know, walker to get up and stuff. And, yeah, so could it be swine flu? I predict not, because, I don't know, parasite, it could be a parasite, it could be like a water contamination, because the pig was infected, the deer was infected, because, you know how you said, thanks for the deer, Daryl. Well, Rick went out, and there was one deer, and it was like proper infected, like you could see it's dead on the floor. Water infection, that is also a possibility. Radiation, also a possibility, because you bleed from the eyes, you know, there's no like sign except from bleeding from the eyes. And animals were sick, so it could be a parasite. It couldn't be a disease, I guess, because unless it's like pneumonic disease, well, I don't think it would be. You know, Rick's animals outside were very ill. You know, they dropped. As I told you, the mob said that to the deer. But one scene that was touching, I just wanted to go briefly over that topic. One scene that was touching was where Michonne was like looking down at Macon, and it made me think, will she ever come back? Because Daryl said it's 100 miles away. What about if she gets into any trouble? And she said she wants to take the risk. But I do predict the governor is within 100 miles, and he will get her. That's just my opinion. I'm really scared for her, but I want to see what she does, and also I don't want her to go. Yeah, that's basically the whole video, except that I need to rate it now. So if you don't know what rating is, it will come up on like the bottom of the screen, which you probably, it's there for you, something. In terms of season premieres, season 2 had Cole's shot, which, you know, was a big shock, and especially for the Rick's group, you know, as for the viewer, season 2 was really early on, and you could potentially see the main character's death, so you had to cope already with that. Season 3 premiere, you know, Herschel's bitten, so again, a big character's bitten, potential, another character lost, you know. This season was a bit calm, you know, you had 2 character deaths, which we had nothing much about, you know, Patrick and Zach. We knew pretty much nothing about them, except, you know, that they're at the prison. So I think they just slowed down the, you know, I can remember season 3, it started off like a blast. It was amazing first 3 episodes. Then it calmed down. I predict season 4 is going to calm down and it's going to get really good towards the end. You know, season 4, episode 1, come 30 Days Without an Accident, it was alright. I really enjoyed, you know, the whole woman thingy, although it was pretty scary. I loved the whole episode, and that's why I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was a really decent episode, and I recommend watching it, the whole season, the whole Walking Dead. I recommend watching it, and yeah, so that's my review for The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 1. And yeah, this was Midget, and I'll see you guys next time.